Hello internet, it's me, Riannan. I swear I don't live in my car. I just am in my car a lot because I commute and spend a lot of time in my car. So I don't technically live in here. Okay, so today we are going to talk about thoughts, as in your thoughts, my thoughts, those crazy little thoughts that run around in your mind all day long, like little hamster wheels that are just like rolling so far that you can't grab your hamster anymore. Not speaking from personal experience, kind of. But seriously, we are talking about how thoughts become things. And when I say that, you may be like, I've heard that before. Where have I heard that before? Yes, you have, because it's a very popular technique when you're talking about the law of attraction, gratitude, basically getting everything that you want out of your life. One of the main things that they teach you and talk about is how your thoughts become actual things. Now, that doesn't mean immediately that, you think, I want this brand new car and it appears just like that, or you think something scary where you're like, man, I could drive off the side of the road right now and it appears just like that. That does not mean that it means either of those things happen like that. It means that when you focus for a long time on a certain thought, that is the energy that you are creating. Your thoughts literally have the power to change how you're feeling, what you're doing in that current moment, your new decisions, your past decisions, everything. Unfortunately and fortunately, your thoughts have a lot of control over your mind, your actions, emotions, everything. And that's why you have to be very careful with them. Which ones you believe, which ones you kick out, which ones you take for serious, which ones you're like, I don't want to hear that shit, and which ones you actually want to become things, because thoughts will become things. Now remember, when I say that, there are thoughts that can be amazing to your life. There are thoughts that can be super positive. You can wake up every day and be like, damn, I am a beautiful, amazing, intelligent person. Wow, the world is so lucky to have me, and I am so grateful to be here to help out the world. And then there's the other side of thoughts, that you can think about something sad, or you can take something that somebody said to you 10 years ago or this weekend or whatever, and you can focus on that for literally days and not be able to let it go, because your thoughts are fully in control of those emotions. There's good thoughts and bad thoughts, just like any normal person has, but you have to be able to be stable enough and I guess trust yourself enough to know which of those thoughts are going to help you and which of those thoughts are going to hurt you. So when you are mentally sound, you are healthy in your mind, you know what's good, you know what's bad, you know what's going to tear you down. Sometimes you literally have to remove those thoughts from your head. In my mind, when I get that way, sometimes if somebody says something that really hurt me and I can't seem to stop thinking about it, for me, especially if I open up here, I guess, the things that hurt me are the things that I know are not true, but there's something that somebody else struggles with that really, really hurts me, because I really want to help people as much as I can. So when they blame me for something that they're struggling with, it really just makes me sad. And I want to say all these things back that are helpful, but it doesn't really matter at the listening point that they may be at. So what I struggle with is those thoughts where I'm just consumed and stuck with those thoughts of, I can't believe that person thinks that, and I wish I could help them somehow, or I wish they would listen to me, but they won't, or, how could I have changed this situation, or how could I have said this or said that, and those thoughts literally entangle me and drown me. That is the thing that would drown me. It's not, a person hitting me or hurting me or something like that. It's what they say. That's really what gets me, which sucks. That is my words of affirmation, love language, coming in the very strongest and worst time. So that being said, because I'm healthy and mentally healthy and have been to a therapist for a while and understand my own thoughts and how to handle difficult situations, I'm able to have those little talks with myself and say hey, even if this is true or not, it's not going to help you out. Focusing on this thought is not going to help you. It's going to deter your plans, your goals, your life, your emotions, everything. You are totally allowed to be sad and allowed to feel however you want to feel, but beating yourself up or destroying yourself or focusing on something else that somebody said and letting your thoughts literally have a fucking dance party with something that somebody said, letting your thoughts take those words and put them up in a banner like it's your birthday and everyone's invited and sees that banner is not healthy and not good for you. And those thoughts that become things have now become bad things that are celebrating your insecurities. And now the good thoughts. Now, when you have good, healthy, happy, exciting, grateful, especially thoughts, those can literally change your life. I make a joke pretty much all the time that I get whatever I want, and people are always like, okay, and annoyed by it a little bit. And I don't mean like I'm a selfish or stuck up or privileged, or even though I'm aware that I am, I don't mean like I'm a spoiled person. I am definitely very privileged and very thankful for that. But I don't mean saying, when I say I get everything I want, I don't mean that in a spoiled way, like, give me whatever I want. I'm saying I believe that I get whatever I want, and I believe those thoughts, and then those good things happen for me. There has been countless scenarios where I have thought something and focused all my energy on it, and then it happens. And I'm like, damn, that was exciting. The universe just gave it to me because I wanted it, and because my thoughts were focused on positive, happy things. It was a constant focus on those things. Now, not all day, but I did spend a certain amount of time focusing on those things that I want and being grateful for the things that I already had. That's the thing about positive thinking. It's a two-step thing. It's not just, I want this, I want this, I want this. It's, man, I'm so grateful for that I have this, but I will be even more grateful when I have this and I know it's coming. So, my takeaways for you to control some of those thoughts, I guess it's not really about controlling the thoughts, it's about controlling how you react to those thoughts, because you can't really stop yourself from thinking something bad. Sometimes they sneak in there and you're like, oh God, who was that? Oh God, no. At least that happens to me. But it's about controlling those thoughts and saying, okay, yeah, I thought that, but I'm not going to let that take me over, and I'm not going to let that ruin me or destroy my day, especially. And I'm going to get back to these good thoughts and continue to have an amazing life and get whatever I want. So some of my takeaways for controlling your thoughts and, making sure that the best possible thoughts is when you start to have a bad one, it depends on how bad it is, really. Like I've said, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a health professional or anything like that, but these are just things that work for me. So here are my tips. 1, when it comes to a bad thought, you can either allow yourself to have it and then move on from it, or you can stop yourself. And I know you're like, that's not advice, that's two different things, but it is, because if the thought is really bad, detrimental, like you're gonna harm someone else, you're gonna harm yourself, something like that, that is not a thought that you wanna have. That is not a thought that you wanna allow in there, and you should definitely do something to deal with that thought. But if it's a thought like you just had a breakup and you wanna think about how you miss that person snuggling with you or whatever, let that thought in for just a second. Feel that feeling, because you need to. That's why that thought came up. You need to feel it, you need to think it, and then let it go, and don't let it keep happening. Allow yourself certain things, but stop other things from happening, and that also controls how much control you have over those thoughts. You literally have the power to make certain ones happen and certain ones not. Number 2, let all those little thoughts out. Your brain is only so big and can only handle so many hamsters in their wheels running around. You gotta let those thoughts out on a piece of paper, on an angry voicemail, in your pillow, to your dog, whatever it is, on Instagram, just like I do, whatever it is, you gotta let all those thoughts out, because I know sometimes if I don't let those thoughts out in my mind, then I go absolutely crazy. And then when I go talk to my therapist or go talk to someone else about it, I feel so much better. And I'm like, oh my God, this feels so much better just to release it and let it out. Even if you feel like you sound absolutely crazy, nuts, at least you are getting it out there, and then at least you can recognize that that's how you sound. And sometimes you don't sound nuts at all. And then you're like, damn, I was right. Forget them. Or you realize that's how you felt about something, and you didn't realize that you felt that way until you let those thoughts out. Honestly, that happens quite a bit in therapy, and it's like being your own little therapist, allowing you to have those conversations with yourself. When you're driving in your car, no one can see you or hear you. I mean, they can see you, but they can't hear you, and who cares if they see you talking to yourself? Everybody does it, okay? So sit in your car and have that conversation. Let those thoughts out to whoever you want to say them to whatever you want to say. Have that conversation with them, because it's very important. The most important conversation you will ever have is with yourself, so why not have them all the time? And number 3, let those thoughts become good things. Start thinking about the things that you love about yourself, about your life, about your job, about your relationship, whatever it may be, but mostly focus on yourself. Do not let those thoughts take over with bad things, and do not let those thoughts become bad, negative things. Let those thoughts become amazing, grateful, fueled, exciting, life-changing things, because you really do have the power to change your life. I know I've said it a tons of times, even to myself, and it's time we start doing it, and the easiest place to start is with your thoughts. So thanks for watching. I hope this was a little bit helpful to somebody out there. I hope it kind of changes the conversation you have with yourself. You can always reach out to me on Instagram if you have any questions about anything I talk about, but please keep watching, like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks, guys.